Super excited to get to our next guest for a wide-ranging conversation on the markets, AI, bubble fears, China, venture capital, policy, and so much more. He's got his glasses, the famous red glasses. Brad Gerstner's here, founder and CEO of Altimeter Capital, of course, a leading tech investment firm with notable investments. So here's the big question. I imagine the word bubble is going to be raised at this conference multiple times, if it hasn't already last night. Are we in one? If we are, where are we?
You mean AI or
AI, some kind of economic bubble, market bubble? I don't know what you think it is.
Well, first, you rarely have a bubble when the hottest book in New York is about a stock market crash, and everybody who comes on the show talks about a bubble.
There's a bubble in bubbles.
Howard Marks said, you know, it's too early because everybody's talking about a bubble. If you look at multiples as an example. You called out Bernstein yesterday, I thought was great. He was talking about 50 times trailing PE for NVIDIA. It's 25 to 30 times on a forward PE. That's not the stuff that bubbles are generally made of. But certainly the further and further you go out on the risk curve, Andrew, you will find things that make you scratch your head. You say, I wouldn't have done that deal. And there are going to be meme stocks that certainly, you know, have no revenue, Becky, and, you know, in the quantum space or whatever, where you say that valuation doesn't make any sense. But we have this all the time. The bigger question is this. Is the phase shift associated with AI? Is the transformation of all computing with now computer-assisted intelligence, is it as big as the internet? And I would argue that it's as big as the internet. And if you spend all your time hand-wringing, like many people did in 2001 and 2002 about the internet, saying, I told you so, they missed the next 20 years of compounding in Amazon, in Google, and all these big ones. We've had two 25% drawdowns in NVIDIA this year. Remember the DeepSeek moment? Stock was down 25%. And then on the tariff moment, the stock got down to $92 a share. It's at 180 today. So volatility is the name of the game. I think that's healthy in a market, right? It's not straight up and to the right. We've had a lot of drawdowns this year. And if you look at these stocks and you say to me, does it make sense that NVIDIA is up 35%, given that their top line has grown way faster than 50%? The answer is yes. It's cheaper today than when the stock was $200 a share. Right? Only 2.5 years ago, Andrew, AMD and NVIDIA had the same revenue. This year, AMD will do just over $30 billion, and NVIDIA will do $225 billion. 100% of the incremental market share to AI basically has gone to NVIDIA. It's also a recognition. Lisa said we're in year 2 of a 10-year super cycle to build out the compute in America. If you're not on the AI wave, then you're not going to participate in all that upside. On the consumer side, I've invested in 3 or 4 super cycles now, the internet super cycle, the social, mobile, et cetera. The winner tends to be winner take most.
Where's the new opportunity, though, then in this market? If the NASDAQ's already made the move, if you will, is there a piece of this market that you think is unloved that should be loved?
You know, it's funny. 2005, I have one of the great portfolio managers of the world, Paul Reeder, runs Park Capital in Boston. And he would come into my office. I had all my public investment in Google. And Google would go up, and he would come and he'd say, well, what are we going to do next? I would say, buy more Google, right? Oftentimes, the best ideas are your current ideas, are the last ideas, right? When I look at NVIDIA over the course of the next 3 or 4 years, it's going to continue to compound. Why? Because the things we just talked about, you got to build out this compute. Don't trust, you know, just Sam Altman. If you listen to Satya Nadella, if you listen to Sundar, if you listen to Hock Tan, if you listen to any, they will all tell you the same thing. We are going to be compute constrained for the next several years, for certain, right? You had Greg Brockman on yesterday. Greg said if we had 10x more compute, I don't know if we'd have 10x more revenue at OpenAI, but we'd have a lot more revenue. The fact of the matter is this is an existential, not only an economic security matter, but a national security matter. Right? We have to keep up in the AI race. So this is going to get built out. And so I think you could continue to invest along the compute spectrum.